to Hot Lunch Takes. You're here with the coach, Lemar Patrick Sandiford. You got my boy, Aiden Calhoun, and Luke Warner over here joining us again. Behind the scenes, producing, you got Coach Big Ben Carampus and my boy, Sammy Gomez, running the ones and twos. Welcome back in. Guys, let's jump right in on the deep end. We're talking teammates. Both of you have been on league championship caliber teams, making deep runs in the playoffs. What does it take to be a good teammate on a team like that has championship aspirations?
I would say sacrifice, especially in sacrificing your own time and even your study time too, because you have to be a student athlete too, to go to your practices and show up and putting honestly more effort into those practices than actual games. So, and it's doing that consistently over and over. And showing support for your other teammates as well, and getting them to come to other things. Like, was it yesterday? When yesterday for golf, what you tell you were more.
Oh yeah, yesterday Carter and Noah were at the country club while we were all warming up, and Renee said be there before. Coach Renee said be there. Before
1:30?
1:30.
Yeah, we had a half day
Early as possible, and they show up, and we've got all the Loma team, coaches, everyone, all REA, and they're not there. And I'm like, I have to tee off first. I have to get out. I've got something at 6:30. I got to be out of here. And they're just, they're like, oh, I'm 20 minutes away, and it's like 2:30. And we were supposed to tee off before 2:30. We're all sitting there. Loma's kind of like waiting and stuff, and I'm like starting to get pissed off, and so mad.
Thank you. Yeah, Coach Ben can.
I was starting to get annoyed.
You said pissed.
I said pissed off.
I cannot be. You keep that in.
Yeah. I was getting frustrated, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna play with JC because me and Carter were gonna be the first group, and I was like, I'm gonna play with JC. There they are, Noah Galling and Carter Lichty walking down. And they have their Noah has his push cart, and Carter's walking on. Carter's like, all right, you ready? I'm like, I'm playing with JC, bro. Like, you're real late. I was just annoyed.
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't want to. I'm trying. It's against Loma. It's one of the biggest teams. If it was against a lower team, I could care less. This determined tiebreaker too. So I was trying to lock in the best I can. And Carter, once I told him that, he was just kind of like laughing, like, what do you mean? Like, what? And I was, whatever, bro. Like, stop talking to me. I tee off. I have an okay round. It was not the best.
What'd you shoot?
I shot a 48. It was pretty bad.
Oh, okay.
But I had two good rounds before that. So in the game of golf, pretty much when you have two good rounds, next round is usually a bad round. As badly as that sounds mentally, it's true. I talked to JC about it, and he was laughing, and he's like, "It's true." So it kind of sucks, but it was. We had a good round, and we beat them by 10 strokes.
Yeah,
it was 219 to 229. I think
229,
215. Yeah, so that kind of was a little bit disrespectful. You're feeling like of your teammates not being respectful of your time, showing up when they should have. Almost an hour late for the round.
That's another thing about I kind of gave up on all the other sports with the team effort because I can't when I see other people on my team not putting in the effort that I'm putting in or even more than I'm putting in,
right.
I give up. I'm like, all right, like I can't force you to do this. If you don't want to do this, get off the team. But I can't help you if you don't want to try. So that's how I fell in love with motocross and golf. They're individual sports, or it's an individual sport. You rely on yourself, and you're the one out there that's determining your score and your placement. So I think that's how I fell in love with that.
Yeah. Have you ever had a time, either one, where you had to put the team above yourself, so to speak? I mean, there's a lot of when you look at sports, a lot of it is individual highlights. I mean, that sport that we're in right now, boys varsity volleyball. There's a lot of individual highlights when you get up there and do a banger kill or a nice ace in basketball, coast to coast, or a deep three. Even golf, you hit a hole in one or an eagle or something like that. There's a lot of individual accolade that goes with it in the highlight nature of sports. But has there been ever a time when you've had to kind of take a back seat for the team or give something up individually for the team? Have you ever had experienced anything like that?
I mean, honestly, I mean, sorta. I mean, there's not. Honestly, no. To be honest, like, I mean, everything, every win that we have, like, every win that we've had is basically been from a team. Like, there's not. I mean, there may be a player one night. It's like for basketball that's been good, offensively and defensively, but there's never been a player like so good, like to the point where every teammate looks butts or it's just like terrible. So, I mean, I honestly, no, to be honest.
You've never had a game where you were, chasing a triple-double or chasing a double-double and, so, someone else had it better.
Well, I had a shot
and you gave it to them as opposed to taking the shot yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
anything like that?
Yeah, for me, I mean, I've always been like pass first type of person, especially when it comes to basketball. Unless I'm wide open for something,
Yeah.
or I know I can do one move and I can get a bucket up. But the assist to me feels greater, especially it just feels greater than getting your own bucket. To me personally, is when it comes to basketball.
Yeah. Last question here before we shift gears. What advice could you give? I know neither one of you has, completely outside of your own family have that big brother mentality. But when it comes to being a quality teammate, what kind of advice would you give to a younger kid here playing sports at RA or anywhere on how they can be a great teammate?
Okay, honestly, it's like we're just respecting one another and really showing that's you putting in work, or just putting in work to the sport so that they can hopefully follow you along and really just, I'm going to show them that if you truly love a sport and truly want to do a sport, that they'll follow along and they can get good at it too. Because a lot of their kids, they're coming up and they're trying to get good. They're like, oh, and they're trying to look up to someone. If you're setting that example by showing up to practices, by putting in work outside of school, and to, like, say, communicating on the band app or the group chat saying like, oh, I show up this time or I'm going to this place to do this and that. Like, we went and shot for golf. We were at Ukaipa, right? It was play Ukaipa, or no one else really wanted that practice. So we're like, okay, we're gonna be out here at Ukaipa if anyone wants to show up. But like, just doing that, even if no one shows up, like, that's just showing that you are putting effort and you want to be just a good teammate. You want to win. You want to get better, so that everyone can succeed and we can be winning league champions and possibly even greater. So
Yeah, me and Aiden were out in Ukaipa and we look at each other. It starts hailing and raining. We're walking. We've got no carts. We see all the people in carts coming back from hole 5, 6, all driving back to the clubhouse. We look at each other and we throw our little covers over our bags so our clubs don't get wet and we can still grip the club without slipping it. We finish it out. We're out there to practice makes perfect, and it's true. As corny as that sounds, it's true.
Right.
And when you're, like Aiden said, when you're out there putting in the work and you're willing to do that stuff, you're going to see results, and your team and your coach are going to notice the difference too. So just keep going. And if you love the sport, you keep fighting for your spot. If you're, I don't know, in junior, and you're, if you're not in varsity, and you're in JV and you want to get to varsity, you go out there and you keep showing the coach. Yeah, exactly. So there's never a limit. You can always get better, and there's someone out there that's always better than you.
Yo, it's coach, producer, editor Ben here. I'm editing the video right now, and this is an ad break, but it's empty because we don't have any sponsors, but it could be yours if you sponsor us, because we need sponsors and we would love for you to sponsor us if you want, because we want you to. If you have a business or something that you could sponsor on our show, so please DM us or email us, and you can sponsor on our show because we really need it. I'm editing this at like 5 a.m, and I'm not getting paid for this, but I could be paid if you sponsor us, so please sponsor our show. Okay, thank you. Back to the show now. Bye.
All right, this is a segment that we are going to be bringing back periodically, and I'm really excited about it. It's called Love and Layups. We're going to talk to the guys about, yes, you guessed it, romance. We are going to keep it a little bit about sports this week, just in the romance categories. What's the best and worst part about trying to date while being an athlete?
Wait, say it again.
What's the best and maybe the worst part of trying to date while also trying to be a successful athlete?
Time. Time is like at the top of the list.
It's just time.
It's just time. There's nothing else.
Like not enough time to make the relationship work.
Practice, games, training, whatever, all that stuff. Like
homework.
homework.
Then
Yeah.
driving here to there. Then food. Then this. And then if they live farther away, if they don't go to the same school as you,
Or they don't have their driver's license.
while they don't have their driver's license, it just makes it worse.
Okay. Have you ever dated someone that was an athlete? Either one of you been involved with was a athlete? Tell us about that experience.
Just horrible.
Yeah,
It was like
give me some context. What do you mean?
they had practices every day of the week and games Saturday, Sunday. They were at the field after school. They played softball from like 2. They got out of school at I think like 3:00. There till 5:30, and went home, had homework. Same thing next day, and you got school in.
Okay, that's just someone coming in.
That's
our studio.
That's one. They had practice every day of the week, game Saturday, Sunday, booked all the time, whatever, and it just sucked. But and I don't know, I'll never do it again.
Yeah, you're not that's your advice. Don't date.
Nope, don't do it.
So
Especially if you're a teenager,
Yeah.
you guys have everyone out there has mood swings, and I mean everyone's got stuff on their plate, and everyone's dealing with different things. So don't, when you try to add to that, it doesn't work.
well, you're an athlete. What advice could you say? Or, I mean, I assume you're not going to be celibate here. You're going to be keep being an athlete. So, how can someone date you?
Don't. I don't want to date.
I like that.
That's true. It's true.
That's true though.
I don't. I mean, it's too much right now. Like, I need to
Gonna wait for
focus.
the off season.
Yeah.
There is no off.
So, we taking a break?
There is no
It's
off
3 months of golf season. We got to take a break.
No, it's not even that. I just don't. I don't want to date in general right now. It's kind of stupid.
I think high school right now, like especially in this just generation, is terrible to date it. Like, you date someone back.
Why do you say that? What do you say?
They have a bunch of like, oh, he's doing the. Have you seen the roller coaster technique or like the orange technique?
What's that?
I don't know. They're coming out with a bunch of girls are coming out with like all different techniques. Like you can't even take it.
technique for dating.
Yeah.
What's
They,
the roller coaster technique? Talk to me.
like where they make you like.
I
I saw a TikTok on it. Okay. I've spent so much money on just girls in general. Like it was bad. Like just like food, gas, like gifts, going out randomly. Like
It's a lot.
I mean, that
my hands are
That's all
full.
the time.
that's dating though. I mean, that's
I mean,
Yeah, bro.
when you try to do sport, it's
I'm trying to spend my own brand on myself, you know.
okay.
So don't date kids.
Yeah,
That's the advice. Times have changed, Coach. We were all about dating when I was.
well, social media, like you just said, that came
Ruins it all.
social media.
Oh my gosh! You go on Instagram and you have like 7 mutuals. I'm like, oh, that's gone. Like that relationship's down the drain.
Yeah.
If you have mutuals,
Yeah.
you're good.
Explain the mutuals to the whole time. What's the mutuals?
It's like, so if on Instagram, if you want to see someone or you want to search them up on Instagram, you search them up. If you see mutual with someone you follow, how does it look? Like,
Someone that you both follow?
yeah, it's someone that she followed that friend. Like, say you have a friend that follows her.
It's a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend.
And you don't want to have that. I feel like being
No, because say hypothetically it was like say it's like say that friend, you told them information about like your ex, something like that, but then that friend knew that friend that you want to talk to. It's like, so
that's only a problem if you're out here lying. Why is no? I think someone's a matter rumor. Someone.
Yeah, rumors are bad.
it's that's because happened to me. That's why
It's a red flag.
yeah, it's a big red flag.
When you have mutuals,
Yeah,
it's a big red.
Well, you can't do anything.
it's specific people. You can't do anything. Social media makes it impossible.
I do think social media makes. No, I think it makes it
Specifically
both
Instagram and TikTok.
both tough, but also now you have at your fingertips way more available people to date.
Then that also makes a lot of women and guys, not just guys, because I know a lot of people just say guys, but women like insecure too. Like there's
Why do you say that? Why do you say that?
Like, there's way you can go online and search up like all this. You have like a bunch of models. You have OnlyFans. You have all this other stuff. You can look at your right on your phone. No, I'm being serious though. It's on your phone.
And then people are comparing
And then
themselves
to that, and you're like, oh my goodness, like I'm not nowhere near this. I'm not gonna get anyone of this caliber. I'm not gonna be able to date someone like this, and it creates a lot of I don't know, animosity between a lot of people.
Now, to my, I've been teaching a long time in academies. I've seen a lot of teens date, and to me, I would say probably the biggest, if you're wanting to date, one of the biggest things is your confidence, being able to be confident when you're going after or pursuing somebody. Have you guys found that to be true? Both of you are pretty confident in your life, pretty confident in sport. But have you found that in your dating life, confidence has helped you acquire the date with the young lady that you've been interested in?
I don't really like. I'm not the kind of guy that's like, oh, I'm interested in her. I want to go get her. Like, it's just kind of like, whatever.
You let them come to you?
No, not in a way, but like, I'm not chasing after like the girl I want. Like, I'll just go out.
That's like simpish behavior. Like, not saying that's like completely.
It's like saying I like a girl on Instagram. That's like it's not even doable.
Yeah.
That's she.
way out of your league.
I'm not gonna be like focused on one girl.
Yeah.
Like, cause I want her so badly. It's stupid. It's like not realistic.
So you're thinking dating around at this stage is better?
No, the thing that I'm saying is that like, don't force a relationship. Walk into one.
Just let it happen naturally.
Yeah, exactly. Don't you usually find the one when you just play your own life out, and then play your own life out, and you'll find them. Like, my parents met at a gas station. They were getting coffee before work, literally straight up. Yeah, my dad said something to my mom, and they saw each other at the gym, and then they didn't exchange numbers. And what are the odds? Fine. Now they're married. Me and Holly were born, and last life happened. Exactly. Yeah.
Well, you heard it here, folks. That's I guess maybe the hot take of the week. Don't force the relationships. Don't date somebody with mutuals. Okay, I think we're gonna get more into that.
We went from don't date this certain girl in the sport.
Athletes, the guys say. Closing us out this week, we've got our hot lunch tip of the week. Hot lunch tip of the week. Boys, I'm thinking about pregame rituals. Talk to me. Tell me, do you have a hot lunch tip that you can take? Hey, about
I go to Nectar and I get a protein acai bowl with chia pudding and peanut butter, and it's like strawberry banana.
Yeah.
And every time I get in that, I've been shooting low 40s, like 40. I went 43-40 at Oak Valley on Monday, and on Monday I shot a 43 at Oak Valley, had the acai bowl. We played practice round. Got an acai bowl. I shot a 40 flat.
That's right.
And then I didn't get it the next day on Wednesday against Lemar. I shot a 48.
Yeah, but you guys start getting that acai bowl every time. And you play that, what song you say you play?
Lemonade.
Lemonade by who? Is that Beyonce? It's just my favorite song. Walking by, yeah, that's something
By Gucci.
Beyonce is a legitimate queen. I don't care what you. I almost left Fresno this year when that pastor was going in on Beyonce. Man, that was ridiculous. Sam, do you remember that?
You have a wife, homie.
Yeah. I've not met Beyonce in real life. She's like a mythical person. I mean, I'm not saying
I don't even know.
That's how I feel about Kanye. For real.
She said Beyonce is a witch. He did. He said, yeah, he put better. He said Beyonce is a witch. I almost left the church, right? So what is this man talking about? You got offended? She's an I got offended. Don't buy no Beyonce. I said, don't talk about Beyonce. That's true. I told him that, bro. A witch? Come on. Hey, what do you do before a game? You got a pre-game ritual before a basketball game or a golf match?
I listen to classical music.
Really?
Yeah.
This.
No, I'm being serious. That's like a big thing. I do it every day. I try to listen for an hour, just classical music, even if it's when I'm studying or when I'm not studying. But
What genre?
He said classical.
That's the genre.
Yeah, but like.
My artists.
Yeah.
I literally it'll be random. I'll click it and it'll be random. There will be some I
literally not tell you one classical
besides
Mozart.
Mozart.
Oh, Mozart.
Yeah, no Mozart. That's the best one.
Well, there you go. That's the hot lunch tip.
Oh, and I take a thing. I take a fat dump.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. It's a really great way for us to end this episode. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Hot Lunch Takes. That was a hot lunch tip by the boys right there.
All right.
That's why I don't know if that segment's gonna last, but thanks for tuning in. Hey, if you got any ideas that you want to share with us for what we can cover, go ahead and email us at hotlunchtakes@gmail.com. Lunchtakes@gmail.com.
Can you spell that out?
Just like it sounds. Hot Lunch Takes.
Oh,
that's where.
Awesome, man.
Oh, we're also there at Instagram as well. Hot Lunch Takes. Hot Lunch Takes on Instagram. Oh my goodness. This episode's a wrap. Thanks for tuning in. I am your host, Mark Patrick Sanford, here with Luke Warner, Aiden Calhoun. You got Ben back in the back, Coach Ben back in the back, and my boy Saturday. Thanks for tuning in.
See ya. Oh my.
You got it right, guy. I saw it.